Hello, welcome, or welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. My name is Liz, and I will be guiding you on this journey today. That was way too many cards. This is a reading for the 4-6 Human Design Profile, the Opportunist Role Model. If you don't know your Human Design Profile, there's a link in the description for you to get your Human Design Body Graph. And your profile will be listed on there. Definitely be sure to check out your zodiac sign readings. Those are all available. And of course, I would love it if you subscribed to my channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you. Either way, I'm just glad that we're both here. So I don't have a plan for the spread. I was just going to shuffle until some cards came out. We have the Ace of Swords and the Sun card. Like, that's a good start. That is a good start. Maybe just a couple more. Okay. The Death card and the King of Wands. How interesting. I can't remember if the King of Wands is Leo or is it Sagittarius. I only am wondering that because the Sun card is Leo. Death is Scorpio. And also what is interesting in both of the fire cards is this infinity symbol. Like, can you see it between his hands? And then at the top of the Sun card, life moves on. It's like what I'm hearing in my head. But we start with the Ace of Swords. What I love, like what I heard at first was about creating a new path. I say that because in the middle of the Sun card is this path. And the Sun card does talk about rebirth, which is interesting because so does the Death card. The Ace, of course, is something new. The book talks about a seed being planted in the person's mind and this whole ass tree growing from it. They're holding on to the sword of truth. Or, of course, the Ace of Swords, which also has the infinity symbol on it. What? Let me grab my laptop. I mean, we know what the infinity symbol means, right? But I just want to see what else. Like, what else? Represents a concept of something endless, limitless, or eternal. I mean, yeah. Everlasting, undying love and affection. It is associated with limitlessness and soul ties, unbreakable positive bonds, spiritual change and self-actualization. Its looping form represents the unrelenting continuation of enhancing the self-enlightenment. I love all of that, but also knowledge beyond the ego and intellect, which is interesting that, you know, it would be on the Ace of Swords because swords do deal with intellect. I see swords also as being the suit of ego because that is generally where we hear our ego is in our minds. And our ego is created by the stories that we attach to experiences, feelings, circumstances. It becomes our belief system, our temperament, our personality, why we do the things that we do, why we don't. So I love that because I feel like there's something that you are learning about yourself. I also really get this feeling about like energy moving. It's in these cards 3 times, bro. I don't see it in the Death card, but clearly energy is moving around. Again, right, with the Ace of Swords, like, you know, discovering something new about yourself, about your life, where you're going, what you even want to birth into the, like, what is the path that you want to create for yourself? There could be a level of clarity that you are obtaining too. And it could have to do with yourself, with your home, with children. I'm saying that because I mean, I don't know if you can see all those things in this tree, but there's, a person here, a house. This kind of looks like a kid to me. There's this wishbone actually here. I think it looks like a wishbone, so I'm going with it. Right? Like, wishes coming true, or even what are the wishes that you have? Right? Like, if given the opportunity, like if you had a wishbone to break with somebody else, like what would be the wish that you would ask for? I feel like it would probably be a bit different than it would have been maybe a year ago, or definitely 10 or 15, 20, years ago. Mindset, all of the things, And then the sun card is like everything good. It's joy, it's bliss, rejuvenation. It's also, I mean, maybe you need to get out in the sun. I always say that anytime the sun card comes up, like we're all pretty low on vitamin D to begin with. When it's nice outside, if you're in a place where it's cold, get out there. But I love this path here in the middle. And it being like the most perfect in alignment with your highest good, path. And it's like you are constructing that in your mind, getting clear on what that is. And it would be based on what you know to be true about yourself. We have this death card, which says that something has to end, had to end, in order for something new to begin. I always say every new beginning disguises itself as an end when the death card comes up. Not to mention, I also love that we basically have these two new beginnings here and then a fire card next to it. Like, what are the odds of that? The difference, though, between the death card and like an ace is that the ending is just as important, or has to happen, in order for the new thing to even present itself. And whatever that would be for you, whether it is ego, a way of being, a behavior pattern, even an idea of what you thought you wanted, because we have an ace out here, so there is something new with that. It's almost like, like truly having to let go of any, I don't want to say any connection, no, the word is not coming to me. Like, it's like truly having to let go of the world you thought you were living in or were going to live in, because there's this portal here, right? I mean, there is a high level of uncertainty here, because you know that you're in the desert here, right? Like, I mean, that kind of looks like the desert to me. I don't know. You don't know what's in there. We're not really given a preview like we are in the sun card, because in the sun card, we can see the path, right? In the death card, we can't see that. We cannot see that. So you really do have to trust the uncertainty, trust the vision, trust that like what you are walking into is this, like in the sun card, right? Like what you are creating. And I feel like we do kind of know that-ish a little bit, because the card that is next to the death card is the King of Wands, which is the highest expression of the suit. And he is wielding this fire here, right? I don't think I've actually even read from the book what the King of Wands says, so I kind of want to. The King of Wands represents the ultimate stage of the creative process that began with the Ace of Wands. He is the final energetic key. He is now able to harness the full energy of the flame, keeping it tame and constructive. With the expertise that comes only from the coming together of experience and reflection, He raises a flame to its full height. Recall that this is no ordinary flame. It's the flame of creativity, passion, inspiration, and aspiration. Fire without a master to control it runs amok, consuming and destroying everything in its path. The King of Wands appreciates and understands the dangers and pitfalls of the creative process and sees that it remains constructive and ultimately successful. In general, when you receive the King of Wands in your reading, know it is a good omen. He will usually bring with him some form of success. As an individual, the King of Wands is creative and has innate artistic abilities. He can be an innate leader. Therefore, don't be surprised that others will naturally gravitate towards him. He has a charismatic personality and he can be charming and funny. He radiates confidence and is drawn to action. And I also feel like what's interesting, right, is that like this King of Wands mastering, the wielding of the fire element. And again, we have the sun, which is literally like the ultimate fire element, right? Very fucking cool. Very cool. 5 of Cups. 4 of Swords. The Strength card. Talk about Leo again. Temperance. Sagittarius. 4 of Wands. And we had a bunch of kings at the bottom. King of Swords, King of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, 6 of Wands. Yeah, it's, this new idea coming from some disappointment, loss, grieving. Even too, like just being in that energy. Also, like I know for me and also for me, like I have the 3955 channel. Half of that being in my incarnation cross, so it's like, just poignant in my life. But it's the moodiest channel. I'm a Cancer rising. I'm a moody bitch. But also though, I've come to learn about myself that when this energy shows up around me, there is some type of transformation that's happening, or like there's an energy that's trying to transmute, or like even too, a realization is happening, but it just, for whatever reason, it seems to take being in this type of energy in order for that to like move through me. I have a good cry, a big cry, and then I'm usually fine. And it's when I am avoiding that, it just gets worse and it just stays around longer. So, again, right? Like there could have been something that happened that caused disappointment. This person looks sad, depressed. There's these 3 cups that are spilled over, like just maybe something that you've put your energy into or expected to get energy out of in some capacity. Cups have to do with our emotions. You didn't get. However, though, the message with the 5 of Cups is that there are still these 2 cups here. All is not lost. These 3 cups were trash. Don't give up, like basically there's still 2 options. But also, like definitely feel your feelings, right? Because again, there is, it's like there's this bright idea that's in there, and it's going to possibly be found, not to mention, like the book was saying that there's a seed that was planted in this person's, mind. It needs to be watered. So don't avoid being in this energy because it doesn't feel good, or because you feel like it's a waste of time, a waste of energy, whatever. If you can sit in it, this person is literally sitting in it, right? This new idea will come. The 4 of Swords with the Sun card, mental rest, meditation. This is the opposite of strategizing and the opposite of trying to think your way out of something or think your way into something. And 2, rest is just as important as the hustle, right? Like you need the rest in order to have the appropriate energy, have the appropriate, clarity of mind to do the things, to come to water this idea, to grow, to all of the things, right? Like rest is very importante. The strength card, Leo, again, with Leo. I mean, Mars is going to be going into Leo next month. Because I'm like, what is up with Leo? That's all that I really know of that's like happening in Leo. I think, yeah, I want to say the middle of April. The strength card though, right? Like, and with the death card, it's like literally bravery, courage. Because like I was saying, right? I mean, like you have to trust that uncertainty, which is scary as shit. But also it's kind of like, what else are you going to do? Like, right at this point, dude, at this point, YOLO, confidence, right? Truly, like, there is no possibility, because I believe that there is no possibility that this is not going to be exactly what I want it to be, right? That the exact path that I want to create for myself will show up. Like, there's just no other way. Temperance, like I said, I don't know if this is Sagittarius or Leo. Either way, though, this is this is Sagittarius. This is, the the fire and water element coming together. Like I said, with the 5 of Cups, right? Like also too, you think of like, fire being motivation, actions, right? Water being intuition, following your heart. So those two things coming together and literally mastering the fire element. This is amazing. Good for you. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I will talk to you soon. Bye.